Well, hello again, viewers. This is the Gregola Record Show back again with the Electrohome. And we did the test fit yesterday. Well, not yesterday, on Valentine's Day when we had nobody. So we did the test fit. The grommets worked. And now we've got the motor here. So now we can take the motor apart. I should also mention that we have a live studio audience today. Don't expect to hear anything, but there's an audience, all right. Whoops. And the cord's coming off the table. Okay, so these pieces here just fell off the bottom of this, and I'm also doing it not only to document this for myself, but to document it for everybody else. Okay, now let's see what's gonna come apart. We got this piece here. That needs a clean for sure. Oh, General Industries. General Industries for sure. Let me get the parts container. I'm gonna put this in here. I'm gonna put this in here. And I'm gonna put these in here as well. So yes, this is one of the General Industries motors, and out it comes. Is this gonna be like stuck on here? Holy crap, this thing is just filthy. Huh, so here's the motor. And I better film in frame here, viewers, or else we're not going to have much of a show here, are we? Okay. So this coil here, I don't think this comes off, does it? It doesn't look like we're going to get much out of that. I think this is staying on here. Alright, well that's okay. Less stuff to clean, I suppose. Yeah, left stuff to clean. I don't know. Okay, we've got a container of isopropyl alcohol here. I'm going to throw this in it. And we're going to throw... This is the top of the motor here. I think we can put that in it too. As for this thing, this seems like it has... I don't know if this was ever lubricated at any point. I know this definitely was. I don't know about this. I would think so. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna let that soak for a bit. And yeah, we'll come back to this later. So with this now going to be soaking over here, we can clean the rest of this motor here. And I just did something very stupid. Why did I put the lid on for that? Considering I'm gonna be using it right again. I'm using the alcohol again. Okay. So yeah, something like this. I think this is how we're going to be cleaning it. This motor, and I don't know how much it matters that we get the outside, but more the inside. I'm gonna zoom in here, viewers. You can see what I'm doing. And that's filthy already. Nice. Okay, so the filming of this is taking way longer than I originally anticipated. Here we are 2 weeks later, by the blessing of editing, and we got the motor. Well, I put it back together. I cleaned it in the alcohol, left it in there longer than I should have, but anyway, it went back together okay. I did test it, and it does run. So I guess what we can do now, really, is put it back together, I think. Unless there was something else we needed to see here. I mean, the motor wasn't all that complicated. I think everybody saw how it comes apart. And I'm really curious to see how this is gonna work when the turntable and everything's back on. I've been working on this off and on during the week. So, yeah, and I suppose since everybody saw how the speed changing mechanism went together, I'm not going to show that again because everyone knows how it goes. If you don't know, watch the first part. And the whole the speed changing mechanism and the whole rubber grommets fiasco, which actually worked, so it's not really much of a fiasco, is it? Okay. Give Greg a moment here. He's deciding what he needs to do. And for convenience on the filming here, which I don't know how much longer we're going to be filming this, for the convenience value, this has been moved into the basement, so we are no longer at the other filming location. Now, I don't know how dirty the idler wheel here is. I know, we're still figuring out what we're going to do. The idler wheel doesn't seem to be too terribly dirty here. I don't know if this, along with other things, needs cleaning. I don't know. I think we can probably get away with that. But I'll run some Q-tips through the center of this, and I don't have any alcohol on the Q-tip. It's just dry. Oh, there's a little bit of something there. Okay. Okay, you know what? We'll clean off the quote-unquote. Well, it's not a hubcap. There's no hubcaps on this. I don't know what you'd call that. The car enthusiast would have to tell me. Here's a tip for everybody. Don't leave things in alcohol for a super long time, because you will get rust, and that's what happened to the motor. Just a little bit of rust. I totally forgot it inside the alcohol. And there's a little bit of rust on that spinner. I don't know what you'd call that, the center bearing or what. I don't know what that piece that spins around is called. It's the thing that's either it itself is magnetic or the sides of the motor are. I do not know. But anyway, yeah, the alcohol is slightly ever so slightly a brown color, because of the slight rust that happened. Yes, viewers, I guess you're bound to screw something up. At least the motor runs fine and everything. It's not like I damaged it. Well, I guess I did damage it, but it's not like it's, you know, catastrophic. It runs fine. There was only a little bit of rust too. It wasn't much. And I think we're almost off. I don't know if the tire needs much. I don't want to ruin the tire here either, so that's something you don't want to do. Now this whole chassis area here is just filthy if you look at it. I was trying to get that, I was trying to get quite a bit of that dirt off, but it wasn't. I don't know, some came off, some of it didn't, and as you can see, there's all those streaks everywhere. Yeah, we're just gonna try to do that a little bit more, I think. This whole area here. I don't know how many times other people clean this. I mean, yeah, let's see. I don't even need to focus that. You can see how dirty that is. Yes, I did clean out this center hole here for the spindle. You know, this whole cleaning process of this particular area here would be far more convenient to do if I could take this black piece off. And I know there's those screws around it. Here, 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 and here. But those are somehow pressed in to the plastic. It's bizarre. There's those nuts. There's nuts on the other ends of the screws. And I don't know if I'm just stupid or if it's like pressed in. It's bizarre. I don't know if I even showed you guys how this, or even the underside of this. I don't know if I showed you or if I didn't. But yeah, there's these nuts with these slits cut in them. And the hole for the nut to stick through here on this, I don't know what you'd call. I know Greg knows all his names for all his screw components here. I don't know, there's nuts on the bottoms of these screws and they look like they're pressed on, is what I'm trying to tell you. And this is getting, I don't know if it's getting better or worse. I think we're getting better, but work is slow. I don't know how much they intended this to be cleaned, really. I mean, this whole piece here is stamped on, or riveted on, or however you want to say it is. It's stamped on, or however, and and this here, I don't know, this is such an awkward spot to get through. I don't know if this was ever meant for some sort of deep cleaning, really. I somehow think that I may be over cleaning this. This isn't a clock movement where it has to be almost spotless. This is a record player chassis here. Greg does know some electrical components here. These two things are called pots. And these are the on-off switch and tone control. And that's what pots do. Well, pots are little electrical switches. Don't ask me the science behind it, because if I know, I'll get back to you. Yeah, these two look absolutely filthy, and I'm not sure how you'd go about cleaning this. These don't unscrew by any chance, do they? Let's just try. I don't know how we're going to get any results here. There's a bigger pair of pliers. I don't think we're going to get many results out of this, to tell you the truth, viewers. Considering my pliers don't even fit. Maybe a wrench would be better. I doubt it. Okay, we're going to leave that alone. We're going to bring the vacuum cleaner over here and try and suck that out and see what happens. Now we'll just have one more look at the motor here. And we'll see if it needs anything. I don't know if we need to do anything here. Let me just look at it off camera for a sec. See, these nuts here is what I'm talking about, viewers. These look like they're pressed on. I don't know what sort of, or if at all, if that'll ever come off. I don't think they will. Okay, this may not be the most, how should I say, professional way of having this. But at the moment, we do not have any other options that are available. Now let me just unscrew this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lubricate just the center right there, right where the General Industries logo is. I'm going to lubricate the end of that, I want to say arbor. I think it is an arbor. I'm not entirely sure. Let's jam a cup in here before this thing goes flying forward. Well, that's not successful at all. There we go. Something more like it. And we will get this off as well. By no means is this a professional repair, viewers. What did you think this was? No, I'm just being sarcastic, viewers. It isn't a professional repair. Just just in case anyone, or not to disappoint anyone, but yeah, we're not at that state yet. Things are a little rougher around here. Here we go. Okay, whoops. Okay, so the little washers for this thing, let me just put them in here. These two washers that go on the end of the motor, or I don't know what you'd call those things. Those two little doohickeys there, they go on the end of the motor shaft, or whatever you want to call it, the end of this on the outside. And let me just get a Q-tip here and clean out the center of this. Hopefully I can get it in there. Oh no, nope. Only a little bit. Okay. I think I'm gonna add a drop of oil down there. And I think we'll be good to go. And I'm going to be using my tried and true Mobile OW-40, which I think works great for machines like this. We'll take a Q-tip, or not a toothpick, and now I've dipped the Mobile OW-40 in the cap it comes with. And so just so you can see it, it's over there. And just dab a little bit of it in here. I feel like there might be a better way to do this, viewers. Yes, there might be a better way of doing this. I'm going to turn that light off. Apologies about the light, viewers. And just keep dripping it in there. I think that'll get it going. Hey, you know what? At least we're not using WD-40. Man, oh man. Oh, the humanity of WD-40. Yes, this oil will work much better for that. And I think that's enough. Motor oil or mobile oil. Well, I guess it's both. It's motor oil and mobile oil. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we're gonna put that back on and go with that. Now we get to do the fun part of putting this back on. I mean, you all saw me take it off, but the fun doesn't end there, viewers. No, sir. Okay, let's get this on here. Okay. Let's push the screws forward. Get this in. Oh, I'm gonna have my hand in a very interesting position here, viewers. Oh, nice, we're pushing the camera too. Okay, we're gonna put this on. This is all stuff like this is always a joy to get back together. Okay, we're gonna put that on there. Good. Looking great. Where's the nuts at? Make sure, viewers, to know where you have your hardware or where you put your little pieces, because I seem to have misplaced the nuts, even though I had them less than 10 seconds ago here. Oh, here they are. Okay. I didn't know where I put them there for a second. Okay, we're gonna try. Oh, camera's going over. Can Greg do this all in one take? Find out. Did we lose both of these little washer-looking things? I don't know what you'd call these. These are little transparent, or not really transparent. These little washer things. These things here. I have no idea what you'd call that. And knowing these pieces of hardware, there's always some sort of special name for them. Okay, let's screw that on. I wonder what that little... I think you can't really see it, but there's a hole right in the front of the... See that? There's a hole right there, and I'll get a better look at that in a minute here, viewers. Just hang on a second here while I get to figure this out. Where's the other nut? Whatever you want to call it. Oh, it's not like it's sitting right in front of me. Well, viewers, after some not too much stress, actually, we got it together quite didn't take too long. We got the motor back together again, and that's the hole I was talking about right there. I don't know if that is for lubrication or what that is. Oh, you know what? It doesn't go down to the motor anyway. Look, because this is brass, or it's not brass, whatever this material is here, that the spinner, or whatever you want to call it, the spinner, I don't know what you'd call this thing here that spins, but that's that hole doesn't go down to it, as you can see. Okay, well, that's that problem solved. We don't need to do that anymore, except, well, there's a little bit more lubrication to do on the motor, but it's on the top half. Now, for those of you who wanted to know how I was keeping the motor propped up on these little Caesar's Pizza marinara sauce cups, which prop this up, and let me just adjust this here, viewers. So one there, we got one there. I think that one's a little too, this one here is too far in. We're pushing the tone arm up and out, or up. No, maybe not out, but we're pushing it up. I'm gonna adjust that. The key is also, for this particular way of holding things up, you don't want to put pressure on any of the hardware or any of the motor or anything like that. Okay, so now that we've accomplished that nightmare, let's oil the center bearing here on the motor, which I don't think you guys are even going to be able to see. Well, maybe. Oops, maybe. Maybe you will. Here. Gonna put that in there. I know I click my teeth a lot, viewers. How disgraceful of me. Gonna put that in there. Right in that center bearing, so it's a little looser. Cause man, oh man, this thing was tight. This thing, this thing, when I first turned it on, it screamed. It just was screaming. I don't know what that was, if that was the motor or where. But this thing was just yelling for help, and I had it running for all of hardly a minute before I said that's enough. And yeah, so there it is, and we'll just try the motor again here, viewers. I think for the sake of it, just to show you all that yes, I have been. This thing does indeed work. No, the cord is not frayed or damaged. It's just old. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. You can't even hear it. Okay, the motor's running and everything's good. And everything's happening down there. I don't want that tube to heat up. That's my goal here, is to not let that tube heat up, or else I'm gonna have some problems repairing this right now. Yes, viewers, it is Friday night in the Gregola Studios here, down in Los Angeles Boulevard. Well, not quite. Now back to what I was originally saying here when I was testing the motor. Well, I don't know if I mentioned the cartridge or not. I don't know if the cartridge is dead or what's going on. I won't be surprised if I need to replace it. Or maybe I can even just get away with replacing the needles, and I'll show you that later. I'll show you the cartridge and the needles, because the needles literally just screw on. They're not like a pull in, pull out type thing. You can literally just screw them on, and like let's say you have new ones. You just unscrew the old one and then screw the new one on. Okay, let's get this drive mechanism back together. And you already saw me do this, so you don't need to see me do it again. I actually had to rewatch my own video. I couldn't even remember how this went together. One thing we're going to do now, I think, we're going to start the lubrication process. What should I use? I've got grease here and I've got the mobile oil. Okay, so I think since this slides back and forth, I think probably, I don't know, we'll give this a try first, and if it doesn't work, we can always mix the grease with it. There we go, perfect. Okay, we're gonna put this on here. Whoops, that's not. Greg's been very slick with this operation here. There we go. There we go, a little bit better. And we'll do the same with the other side. And we'll get this to work. Yes, we will, viewers. One way, I don't care if we have to surgically remove the tone arm and get some sort of Crosley tone arm on here. This is gonna work for sure. This will work. And what is this sliding on? I can't even see on the bottom side. Maybe this whole lubrication right here is redundant, because there's also these sliders on the opposite side here too. And okay, I'm gonna put some on the bottom here too. Hopefully it doesn't rip off. Maybe grease would be better for this operation. Yeah, I think grease would probably be a little bit better for this, for that particular section there. Let me just get one of them. Let me get one. Where are they? There they are. Of course, you don't want to over lubricate it too. That's not great. Okay, this is. Hopefully, I don't want it to not focus. Okay, this is sliding smoothly on here. Just put I'm just gonna put a little bit on for good measure, you know. And the sides, the oil's on there too, so it. I mean, this is the speed changer. This like this here, this is what links up to the speed changer. So the motor doesn't drive any of this. And the reason why that's sounding so happy, viewers, is because of this whole, I call it the staircase. That's not lubricated either, and we'll get to that next. And those are the different levels that the speed can be changed to. Okay, we got a little bit of oil, a little bit of grease on this. I think we're going okay. Hopefully we don't create some sort of friction environment. That'd be really swell. Okay, let's grease up the staircase, because we're gonna have guests over. I should probably just stop talking right now, viewers. Okay, we're oiling the staircase, or we're greasing the staircase with our synthetic grease here. We're gonna try and change the speeds now. Oh. What have we got here, viewers? Interesting. I also may oil the side of this this arbor thing, the center looking thing. Whoops, you can't even see what I'm doing. I may oil this too. What is he talking about, viewers? Well, we're just right under here. Just under there, we're gonna get some oil in there too, because that's important. Whoops. There it is. And we'll oil not the spring, but inside the spring here. There we go. Just so that thing that when it slides up and down, there's no, just when we're changing gears here, there's not a big friction. Whoops. One of our cups just came off. There we go. It's important that the speed changer has no, well, you know, you don't want things rubbing up against each other too hard, or else they're gonna develop wear. And that also applies for oiling too, if you lubricate the wrong things. And I think this is, of course, there's no evidence or no way to really know what would have been on this thing lubrication wise, other than the remnants of it. Which, I mean, most of it's dried out, so some of it I may not even have seen here. And we'll just get these teeth down here as well. These were very obviously oiled, or greased, I'm sorry. These were greased. These teeth in here, whoops. Just got some on the fork. Yes, Greg loves applying all this grease and making a mess. There we go. There we go. Hopefully the speed changer will be okay now. When we're shifting gears. Here's a question for you viewers. Since there's an idler, actually, you know what? We'll get to that later. We'll get to that later, I think. Okay, there we go. This is on here. And I'll put grease on the end of that. I see the end of this thing here is right this little, I don't know what you'd call it, this arbor here that doesn't have anything on it, really. Get that lubricated as well. I don't want it. If things are dry, then there's probably some friction going on. That sounded worse than I thought it would. I don't know if it's supposed to change speeds as briskly as it does, but anyway, that's not that big of a deal, I don't think. Just get around here, too. Get around this, I don't know if you'd call that a hinge or what you'd call that. I mean, it's pressed, this lever assembly here with the staircase on it, this is pressed into this base here, whatever you want to call that. The chassis. I mean, it's such a, I don't know if it's supposed to sound like that or not, viewers. I really don't know. But it does. Oh, by gosh, by golly, it most certainly sounds like that, so I guess we're just gonna have to leave her alone. If I missed any lubrication on the motor, please don't hesitate to tell me. Now we'll lubricate this, because this is where the idler wheel is going to go. Or we'll oil that. So I'm only using 2 lubricants this whole time, or lubrications. I think that's probably, okay, that's most certainly enough. Okay. Put our washers on. Oops. We'll get all these washers on here. Idler Wheels washer collection. Hold on. Viewers. Gotta get the next 2 of them on. We'll do them at once, I think. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put some little bit of something in between these two washers too. Greg's over lubricating? No, never. I usually let my things be as dry as the Sahara Desert. Okay, we're gonna put something in there too, in between the washers. I assume these all spin, so that's why I'm doing this. This is a very crucial part of the whole mechanism, this thing here, because as I said, the idler wheel goes on here. Okay, I'm gonna put that on there. This was the same oil that really loosened up my BSR record changer when I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. I was greasing it and I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. No, you need a little bit of oil too. Okay, here's the really crucial section. The idler wheel is now in place. And it is lining up with this piece. Oops. Now we will clip it on. And I hope that is lubricated enough, or just the right amount. You don't want too much, viewers. You don't want too much. Or too little. Okay, there we go. I think that's on. Okay, we're going to see here, viewers, how we've done this here. What do I mean by that, viewers? Well, we're going to test it again. Going to test that motor again, see if we get any sort of grip on that tire. And that's the first time I've even considered that. Hey, this thing may not grip the tire. Well, we're going to find out in a second. Well, that's fantastic. The motor grips the tire with ease. And to show you the speed changer, see that, viewers? How slick is that? Oh, we're not. Oh, crap. Yeah, I don't want that tube getting hot, viewers, because when that gets hot, Greg gets burnt. The serviceman gets burnt. And then he has a problemo. The serviceman has a problemo on his hands. In the form of a third-degree burn. I don't know how much grip the idler wheel is gonna have, but we're sure gonna find out. Okay, let's see here. Now for the most stunning part of the whole operation here, viewers. The most intriguing. Oh wait, no, we're not there yet. We have another thing to lubricate. Okay, viewers, we got another thing to do here yet. We're gonna try and make it as fast as we can go here. As fast as we can go. Okay, I think that's... Actually, I don't know how much that needs. I mean, maybe we'll just loosen her up here a little bit too with the easily far lighter oil than that. There we go. How far down does that go? Oh, it doesn't go down very far. I'm just looking here off camera, viewers, how far that spindle hold go, or the hole, whatever you want to, I don't even know what you'd call that. The spindle goes down through it, and I don't know what you'd call it. Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that right now. And we'll try and see what happens here next. I'll just put some here as well. Now it's time to put the turntable on. Time for the video to end, viewers. Time for that to be that. And for some, here we go. Whoops. Let me get this on here correctly. There we go. Oh, that was slick. Viewers, yeah, I think this has gone on far enough for this particular episode of this series. That's how far we've come. Great work, Greg. Don't worry, viewers, we'll have the next part of this video out soon, or this next part of this series where we do testing with this portable record player here, and see what kind of sound we get. So anyway, viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this little episode, this video here, where I've been rambling about complete nonsense and fixing this, or trying to, or hoping to, anyway. So with that, viewers, I'll see you in the next part, and I'm going to continue filming so this whole thing gets done.